For years, this chair hung on the front porch of 420 Liberty Street, and it was there in the late afternoon, early evening that I would find myself with a good book and an occasional pipe. Peg down the street used to keep track of my hours in the chair, and if she felt I was not out there enough, she would call me on it and remind me that I needed to relax. I was working too hard. I had not gotten adequate front porch swing time. It was there that I watched the world go by. Walkers of every shape and size. Power walkers, strollers, families, lovers, those who needed exercise and those who enjoyed the evening air. It was there I watched the kids come home from school in packs. Every fall I would watch the college kids move in across the street and in the springtime move out. There were those who walked their dogs. There were those who ran. Sometimes even packs of runners, teams from the college or the high school. Occasionally there was the ambulance and the fire truck, signals of crises in the neighborhood. There was always a stream of police cars coming out of the jail or the courthouse. From my vantage point, I could watch the prisoners in the exercise yard at the old jail. It was a crazy world, busy, hectic, chaotic. My new house no longer has a front porch, and so my chair has taken residence in the grove out back. And here I have a whole new set of neighbors, mostly birds, cardinals, blue jays, chickadees, hummingbirds, wrens, sparrows, an occasional turkey vulture. There are chipmunks and squirrels and rabbits of all kinds. There are even a couple of cats that wander through on hunting expeditions. In these late summer days, I found finally time to read again out here. And as I've spent time with my neighbors, I couldn't help but remember the words of Jesus as he preached in the Sermon on the Mount about anxiety and fear and worry. He pointed to the lilies of the field and reminded us that they neither spin nor toil, and yet Solomon in all his glory was never adorned as one of them. And look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, and yet the Lord feeds them. If the Lord does this, would not he care for you? And after all, who among you by worrying can add a single hour to your life or a hair to your head? Powerful words in a time of great anxiety and fear like we live in today. Many times, those worries seek to overwhelm us, to drown us, to paralyze us. We would do well to find a nice chair and to observe the birds of the air, the lilies of the field, and all the rest of God's great nature. For it speaks volumes of God's providence and care for all his creatures, including the likes of you and me. This is my Father's world, and to my listening ears all nature sings, and round me rings the music of the spheres. This is my Father's world, I rest me in the thought of rocks and trees, of skies and seas, his hands of wonders wrought. This is my Father's world, the birds their carols raise, the morning light, the lily white, declare their Maker's praise. This is my Father's world, he shines in all that's fair. In the rustling grass I hear him pass, he speaks to me everywhere. This is my Father's world, oh let me not forget, that though the wrong seems oft so strong, God is the ruler yet. This is my Father's world, why should my heart be sad? The Lord is King, let the heaven ring, let rains, let the earth be glad.